Hi, I'm Vanessa. Welcome to my home. I live here. Come on in. This is my mom. And this is my dad. This is my brother, Winton. He doesn't live with us. He has his own apartment. He's 25. I'm 22, so that makes him my big brother.
Bye, lovelies.
Bye, Dad.
Have a good day, dear.
Weekdays, I get up around 7:30. We have breakfast at about 8 o'clock, right here. My mom is a teacher. She works in the school. She takes the bus to work. The bus comes at 8:30, and she gets home about 5. My dad drives to work. He works in a clinic. He's a doctor. He starts work at 9 o'clock and gets home at 6. And how do I get to work? I walk from here to here. This is my room. It's also my office. I'm a web designer, so I work from home. It's difficult work, but it's interesting. And I start at 9 a.m. At 1:30, I take a lunch break. Sometimes I go out, but today I'm eating at home. Looks good. Thanks, Mom. I finish at 5. Every night is the same. My parents watch TV, or read, or go for a walk, but not me. I write. I am always writing jokes. I'm a comedian. Well, I want to be a comedian.
And he brings all of his laundry home with him. What's up with that?
I tell my jokes to my mom and dad. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they don't, but it's okay. On Saturdays, I go downtown. I go to a comedy club and tell my jokes. It's exciting. This is my dream. The show starts at 8 p.m. and ends at 11. I go home about midnight. I get home pretty late, but that's okay. On Sundays, I can sleep all day. I have a pretty busy schedule. I design web pages, I write my jokes, I do comedy, and I help out around the house. What about you? What's your schedule like? See ya.
It's 11:30 at night, and most people are sleeping. That's because most people work during the day and sleep at night. But some people, about 15% of people in the United States, work at night. What kinds of jobs do they do on the night shift? Let's find out. I'm Rachel Park, and I'm standing in front of Memorial Hospital with Ava North. She works here in the hospital. Ava, what do you do?
I'm a doctor.
Where do you work exactly?
Right here in the emergency room?
Is it busy at night?
Yes, it is.
Really?
All day and all night.
How do you like your job?
It's stressful. I work long hours from 11 to 7, but every day in the hospital is different. I like it. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I have to go.
There are 1,800 emergency rooms, or ERs, in hospitals around the country. Each ER has a big staff, including ambulance drivers. Some people come to the emergency room in an ambulance. Trey's an ambulance driver and he works the night shift. So you're an ambulance driver. Is your job difficult?
Yes, it is, but it's exciting.
What time do you start work?
I start work at the same time every night, at midnight.
And when do you finish?
At 10 in the morning?
That's 10 hours. You work hard.
Yes, I do. But I take a break at 5 a.m. for breakfast.
Trey usually has breakfast at the Galaxy Diner. It's open 24 hours a day. Trey has a short break, but it's okay. The service at the Galaxy Diner is fast. It's now 5:30 in the morning, and we're at the Galaxy Diner. We're talking with Dwayne. Dwayne, what do you do?
I'm a waiter here. Oh, and I'm also a student.
What are you studying?
Business.
That's great. What's your schedule like?
I go to school from 8 in the morning until noon, and then I study 2 or 3 hours. I sleep until about 10, and then I come here to work. I usually work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
What time do you finish today?
Today is a hard day. On Thursdays, I work extra hours. I start at 11 p.m. and I go home at 11 a.m.
Dwayne takes a taxi home on Thursdays. A taxi like this one. Taxi drivers on the night shift often work 12 to 14 hours. There aren't as many customers, so they work longer hours. This is Gio. Gio drives a taxi at night. Gio, it's 6 a.m. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What time do you start work?
At midnight, and I finish work at noon.
Wow, that's 12 hours. Is your job difficult?
No, it's pretty easy, really. Sometimes it's quiet, though. Everyone's sleeping at night.
What do you do after work?
I sleep. I go home and sleep for 10 hours.
Ah, sleep. That sounds like a good idea. This is Rachel Park saying good morning and good night.
It's fall here in New England, and that means it's cold season. When you get a cold, what do you do about it? Do you stay in bed? Do you take an aspirin? Or do you just wait for it to go away? Let's find out what some people do for a cold. Hi. We're asking people advice about what they do when they get a cold.
Oh, okay.
So, what should you do when you get a cold?
Well, I think it's a good idea to take vitamin C.
Anything else?
It's usually helpful to drink a lot of coffee.
Coffee. Does that work for you?
Yes, usually it does.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. We'd like your advice.
Sure.
What should you do when you get a cold?
I hate colds. It's really good to drink hot lemon and honey. That always makes me feel better. And that's good for when you have a sore throat too.
Is it a good idea to stay in bed?
Yes. Maybe. I think it's helpful to rest.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi. Can we ask you a question?
But of course.
What should you do when you get a cold?
I never get a cold.
Really?
Yes, because when I feel a cold coming on, I know it's important to eat lots of homemade onion soup.
Okay.
Oh, it's a good idea to eat lots of chocolate, too.
At the same time as the onion soup?
No, after. The onion soup gives you vitamins, and the chocolate gives you energy. That stops the cold virus. Oh, it's a good thing to keep very warm, too. It's not a good idea to hang around on the street.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye!
What should you do when you have a cold?
I have a cold right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, what should you do?
It's a good thing to go home and rest.
Oh, okay.
You should go straight home and eat lots of homemade onion soup.
Okay.
And chocolate, too. Oh, and stay warm.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, go on. Go on.
Get well soon. Oh no, I think I caught his cold. So when you get a cold, it's a good idea to stay warm and get lots of rest. Drink lemon and honey. Take vitamin C. Drink lots of coffee. Eat lots of onion soup. And chocolate. feel better already.
We'll be right back.